right, well, let's get started. I hope everyone's having a great week so far. We're going to get rolling on kind of walking through what we first did last week, showing the results, how we got there after it loaded once we finished up. And then I want to take some questions real quick on that. And then we're going to jump into a new topic that I'm going to walk you guys through. So first, what we did last week to summarize, we took market data, we got hyperlocal, we made our own basically hyperlocal guide for the subdivision Wolf Ranch, which is in Georgetown, Texas. This is the final result that it created. So created what was called a hero page. We'll call it the main page. Your definite guide to Wolf Ranch real estate. This is without me making a single edit, just as the prompt. The only thing, just to give you guys transparency, the only thing I edited was I added my headshot because it was an AI image first. But besides that, there was nothing else I've done to add any details here. So like you can see the phone number still off. I haven't put any links in to attach where I want the consultation to go. But for me to go do that entire process through Lovable, all I would need to do is just basically give them the calendar link that I want to be able to use to schedule that consultation. So for me, on how I handle that would be, let's say, for example, I log into my CRM and I would grab my calendar links and just start attaching them as permanent links into the site. So for example, let me get into that account. Here we go. And for those that are with Azulio, this is going to apply to you. As we talked about contacts and calendars last week or the last 2 weeks. Calendars, calendar settings, grab the calendar that's applicable to you. So for me, I'm just going to type in my EXP one, share. It'll be a permanent link that's going to live inside of there. So I'm going to copy it, go back, and I'm just going to type in here. Everywhere it says schedule a consultation, please embed this link as to open as a new tab. Now, what we'll do is going to go add that link in, and I'll show you, and we'll test that here in a second. So making it very clear here, I don't need a code. I don't need to do anything crazy. I just got to tell it what I want it to do. It's going to go add everything in. So it's doing its update right now. Perfect, it added it. So now when I click on schedule consultation, it should take me straight to that calendar. So it didn't do it everywhere. It only did to maybe on the main site. Let's see, it goes open calendar. So move to a contact tab. Let's see what it does here. So then what we'd have to do is then tell it it's not done. Oh, it's still updating. Done. Okay, schedule consultation. Now it opens to my calendar. So if simply you can build any site you want, the website we use to do that that builds web apps is called lovable.dev. And that's how we built this entire site here. When you're using this site, you'll be able to click on the different pages on the top here. So this will give you a drop down. These are all the different pages they created for us when we sent the prompt over last week. So by clicking with just the one slash, to give you guys terminology, these are called slugs, S-L-U-G. So with no slug here, this goes to the home page. With additional slug, this will go to market data. So here's all the market data about Wolf Ranch. And it built all this in for us because we had the most recent comps. All we would need to do is on a kind of quarterly basis, update this, which is new comps. So on the next one here, community, where it's positioned, gives us a Google map, tells us how far it is from certain places, resort style amenities. This is all actually legit too, except for the mountain that you see there. So we would change out that image. But the Den Hilltop, this actually does exist inside of Wolf Ranch. South Fork, they have their additional pool and splash pad, fitness center. They have a full trail system. We would just change this out to a Texas-based picture instead of wherever that is. Coming soon, they have a dog park coming into 2026. On-site, like some of this stuff I did not know, but it found this stuff before I even knew it as a real estate agent. Now I'm educating myself, and everyone else that I send this to would be educated. So then Wolf Ranch Elementary is the on-site education. Here's dining that's nearby, shopping and retail nearby. Here's medical and healthcare. Ready to make your move to Wolf Ranch, scheduled tour of Wolf Ranch. Enter your email here. What we would then do is when they hit the subscribe button, we would then push that back into our CRM. Anything they send here, we want to make sure this also goes back to our CRM. So we'd have this as embedded as forms, what are called webhooks, WEBHOOK. We can go through that one on another day. But long story short, this walks you through all the different things that we can look at in regards to what it built for us. It got some pictures, it got some details. Here's the details for that property. Get Wolf Ranch listing alerts. As soon as they sign up here, we can have this create a dedicated search link for them that's just Wolf Ranch as a polygon drawn around that we can send to them directly and use an automation to do that. We can more just telling you all this stuff to give you ideas in your head. Let's go to the about section. So then it just tells a little bit about me, gives a timeline of what my life was like and what our professional life was like and where we're at today. I would change this. I would move this to just a general thing across the board. And then it has the whole thing in here. Again, I didn't type any of this. This was all done from a prompt that we had created for us in Claude. Claude, we then put this into Lovable as a prompt. It built the whole thing. Now I kind of have an idea why it took us so long to load it up. All right, come off mute. Feel free to ask any questions or comments, and then we'll move on to the next topic.
Yeah, Matt, one day can you just put a short, hey, I'm an idiot and I don't know how to use Lovable video together?
Yeah.
Because I see all the great stuff this is doing, but when I go online and I start searching different YouTube things, it's going into, you already have an understanding. And
Yeah.
I don't know about everybody else here, but most of the Lovable, if I'm not doing it with you holding my hand, I have no clue what I'm doing.
Okay. Everyone, I want to use the raise a hand function, and we might be pivoting right now. Joe, thank you for bringing that up. I want everyone to do me a favor. If you want me to do that instead today, and you want me to go super deep into Lovable and how to use it, raise your hand.
Matt, what were you going to teach today?
I was going to go into how to build. We did listing guide last week. I was going to do hyper local buyer guide this week.
Oh, then I'd rather do this one, I think.
Okay.
Even though we weren't here, we haven't had it built. That'll be okay, right?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a couple of us who are beginners at this, just period. So whatever you're doing is ground zero.
Okay. So let's do this. Let's go really deep into Lovable today, explaining how to use it, what tools we use to make it perform even better. And we're going to start with a raw project. Someone either come off mute or put it in the chat. Is there something that someone needs to build that they have an idea of in their head of what they would want built today that we can do as a project takeaway? It could be for a listing. It could be for just need a volunteer on it.
I'm volunteering Daniel.
Okay, Daniel, how's your hip?
Get in there.
Go for it, babe.
I'm sitting.
I'll throw an option. Can I go and build you guys a rough hollow guide, and we go from start to finish?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, let's do it.
This is part 1 of the AI Real Estate Lab. In part 2, we'll go deep into Lovable and build a project from scratch, step by step. If this was helpful, hit like so more people see it, and subscribe so you don't miss the next session.